Blog Talk Radio.
Brought to you by Satanic International Network. You're listening to the Ooze.
It's like you got four big dicks in the room, so who's gonna fucking slap this shit down first?
Stifle it, basically, and then focus on the problem at hand. You're not dealing with the emotion, you're dealing with the issue.
Appreciate some big long-winded speech all packaged up today for you gentlemen, but unfortunately I'm somewhat bankrupt. Now on to our show. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Beast Zeno, and with me today is Zach Black from Satanic International. Zach, how are you today?
Good. Thanks for having me on, Beast. Appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem. You're actually going to be a permanent fixture here on this show, so that's, I figured it was appropriate to start at the beginning.
Cool. Yeah, that's the rumor. I mean, I'm surprised enough people aren't sick of hearing me talk about myself already, but, cool.
Right. Well, you got to talk about something. I might as well be yourself.
Indeed.
On the Satanic International Network, in the groups is the Ooze. If you're interested in appearing or you have a topic that you'd like to hear us discuss, the best way to do is to join the group and leave commentary there. I check it daily. So, all right. With all that being said and done, Zach, you are the creator of Satanic International Network. Now, I'm curious, what inspired this?
Basically, I saw the need for it. Started off on YouTube, channel Satanic International, and I wanted to kind of be able to create some sort of focal point, some sort of hub for Satanists of all walks, all left-hand path people, to be able to interact and to socialize, to network, to exchange ideas, information, to meet each other, to make friends, whatever. And I saw the limitations of YouTube because, well, it's YouTube. And it just set up differently. And I wasn't really familiar with any other social network. I stupidly thought I was the first one to think of this, but I wasn't. But so I figured I'd create something, and you and I tried with the first Satanic International, the WordPress thing that flopped over for technical reasons, and then we got the second one going. But yeah, that was mainly the intention behind it, was just to create a focal point, a networking hub for us to be able to exchange ideas, make friendships, promote each other, support each other, help each other, learn from each other. That's pretty much it.
And how do you think that it's become a success?
Oh, for sure, definitely. I mean, it's gotten to the point now. I think there's just over 600 users in a little over 4 months. It seems to be the fastest growing network around, period, of its kind. So, yeah, I think it's definitely a success, and it's largely due to the fact that there are so many regular contributors and users, active users. There's some networks that have, 3, 4, 5 times more users, but I've looked around. I don't see any that have even close to as many active users, and there's a lot of people that are using this network now to that are respected, that have credibility or some sort of name in the quotations, satanic community or whatever. And that really helps out a lot, too. And I try to keep it that way by staying on top of it. I try not to let the site turn into like a poster board for death metal. So, and I try to keep the trolls and assholes, at bay. And I think that's one of the main reasons why people keep coming back and using the site, is because they don't have that types of problems. Do the best I can. I'm a one person, but that's why I think it's become successful as fast as it has.
Okay. Is there do you see things that people as individuals could do to make this even more successful than it already has been, or do you think it all hinges on marketing and all that happy-go-lucky bullshit?
I'm not really sure. I basically, I try to make as few limitations as possible on the site. I mean, being a networking website, you're going to have to put some sort of filters and some sort of regulations, otherwise it will basically collapse on itself or become unusable or be overrun by undesirable people. But basically, yeah, I mean, I think it's going along just fine. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. It's actually gaining more momentum in spite of the naysayers saying that, it would die out, that it was just, the fad, the phase. And it still might, but it hasn't yet. And in fact, it's getting more popular. And I think that just to keep doing what everybody's doing, make friends and network and, share information, ideas, bounce off each other and support each other. And that's pretty much seems to be the key here. Of course, it doesn't.
Now,
go ahead.
Oh, no, please continue.
No, actually, I already forgot what I was going to say, so go ahead.
Well, I'd like to know, do you have a vision for the future of Satanic International Network? Is it going to stay just a social network with the features that it has? Do you intend to enhance those features? Is there, I know it's a dirty word, but is there a more organizational idea you might have in mind?
I've been kicking all those possibilities around. As far as the networking site itself goes, I'm going to continue to improve on that. Right now, as far as the limitations are concerned for the web provider, I think it's Wall FM. I'm pretty much maxed out. The site is a premium service. I got all the premium features. I got all the bells and jingles and spiffs. So I really can't go a whole lot further with the site itself, except for doing things like collaborating with Ooze, stuff like that, which I'm really interested in. And there's a few other things in the works that you're aware of that haven't actually come to the front. So I'm not going to really go into detail about them in case they don't. But just basically I'm going to start hooking up with other people that are active in the community, trying to get on board with what they're doing, and just keep moving forward. The forward momentum is where I'm going. As far as an organization goes, I'm not really sure. I've considered it, but I don't really. It's not a big thing to me. It's not a main goal. It's not, it's not something that I'm overly concerned with. If it presents itself in the future where there's an opportunity to, I might. But it's right now it is what it is. And if it ever did become an organization, it wouldn't actually change anything. There wouldn't be any membership cards. There wouldn't be any fees. I'm not going to be ordaining myself, Grand Poobah, Zach, Magister the Third, High Priest, Reverend, whatever. So it's just going to be it's going to always remain as it is. I'm simply me. I'm simply a Satanist, and I'm a peer, to everybody here. I don't consider myself the top of the hierarchy of any sort, and that's one of the ideas behind Sin, was that there was not going to be a hierarchy, there wasn't going to be any titles, and that's never going to change. And I have you and Jason King as admins to slap me in the back of the head if I ever do act like that.
Well, hopefully. I mean, that's a pretty thick skull, man, but King does have a big stick, so, I guess I can say that he's not here so I can poke fun at chicken wings all I want. But now what I'm actually kind of really interested in is 4 months. That's it. That's all Sin's been around, right? Officially 4 months?
Right. Maybe 1 week over 4 months. It's right around
maybe 1 week over 4 months.
Right.
But, you seem to have developed quite a bit of a hatership just in those 4 months, and I'm not really sure what's going on there. Do you have some thoughts on it?
Yeah. I mean, I got some theories as to why that's happened. I mean, at first there were a lot of friends that that give me a pat on the back, and then I think as it got bigger, some people kind of maybe felt left out, felt neglected, and some of those even friends that were patting me on the back at first and are stabbing me in the back, and I don't know. It's kind of like your video beast where you, I think, what was it called? I Want You to Hate Me on your YouTube.
Right.
I think it kind of was for those same reasons. The more successful, or not that I'm anything creative, extremely creative or novel or unique. But the more successful of what you're doing, the more recognized, the more headway you're making. Some people are going to get jealous, people are going to get malicious, and some people are going to, want to try to topple you or, cut you down a couple notches. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing, well, I'm trying to ignore that. I'm trying to, move past that. I'm trying to move past the bullshit on YouTube and the naysayers and the haters that I once was, known for participating in. In fact, I enjoyed it, and I'm starting to see that, I'm working on a little bit of a different level now. I'm surrounding myself with different individuals, of what I would consider to be a much higher caliber. And, I'm going to try to improve my image by not feeding into that too much and by trying to stay away from that as much as possible. And, basically, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And hopefully, for every one person that says I'm an egomaniac because I'm an international satanic superstar, I got 7,000 paid members. For everybody who says I'm like that, there's 80, 90 people on the website that would disagree. So.
Right. So I have noticed something myself, having participated with an organization or two over time. You tend to, when you realize that you're representing something, you tend to want to step up the caliber of how you present yourself. It's not so much for the people that are looking as it is for you to knowing that you're, doing your best to demonstrate or to illustrate the things that you are, proclaiming that you stand for. I mean, nothing aggravates me more than someone who, claims to have this secret to life, and yet when you get to studying it, they don't even practice it the way that they preached it. And the old saying goes, you can talk the talk all you want, but it's when you walk the walk, that people will see it, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I think this is right in the description of Sin on the homepage. This is a networking hub. We're a loosely structured cabal of individuals, and that's kind of what I stand behind, a loosely structured cabal of individuals all doing our own thing, all manifesting. We're all Satanist or left-hand path people, and, there is no hierarchy. There's no grand poobah. There's no membership fees. There's no membership cards. I mean, sure, if you want to give me money, I'll send you something and call you a reverend if you send me enough money. But, but that's the whole premise behind it. And so people that, claim that I'm full of myself, and I'm, on my soapbox are obviously just jealous and malicious because there's, I actively make fun of people like that. And, no. So, that's, sorry some people got butt hurt, but I guess that's the way it works, huh?
That's absolutely the way it works. And to be honest with you, if nobody was butt hurt, you'd really have to stop and kind of question what you're doing anyway.
Right.
So, you obviously, one of the most interesting things to me about the concept of the Internet is people come onto the Internet to socialize, and the fact that they do that means only one real thing, that they want to be seen, they want to be heard. Now, the length and strength of being seen and heard is variable depending on their activity within, different layers of community, but, everybody wants to put their 2 cents out in that fashion. That's kind of what the Internet's there for, as far as I can tell. I'm running out of where the hell I was going with this whole thing. So,
you're not calling from work, are you?
I'm at work.
Okay,
but
cool.
That's okay. I locked the door. I'm I'm chilling here in the office. I just, not enough of the old K2 in the pipe, I guess, or something. I can't keep my thoughts functioning all together. I'm actually going back and forth between this and something else that irritated me earlier, and something that people don't know is I do get kind of pissed when something gets under my skin, and it takes a lot for shit to get there, but when it does, it's like a supernova kind of waiting to happen. And so, anyway, with all that being said and done, I think the whole point of what I was saying was that,